Hi, I'm Simon. Back when I had a regular job, I thought making life changes required huge steps, starting my own business or waiting years for distant plans to materialize. Those options exist, but they are not for everyone. I wanted to find a different way to work with changing information calmly, without rushing or random decisions. Over 10 years, I developed an approach where you can observe the thought process of people who make deliberate choices. First, you understand what's behind them. Then, if you want, you can try applying elements of this approach at your own pace. On the screen, I see gradual upward movement. It's smooth, without sharp spikes. I jot this down in my notes and continue watching to see what happens next. Such calm moments help me examine the process more carefully and notice things that usually slip by. The data lines start behaving differently. This could mean small shifts are happening in the picture, plus the price has returned to a zone where it previously paused. I know this moment and keep observing. It's important to look not just at the direction, but also at the context in which changes occur. After a long upward move, the pace has started slowing down. I note to myself that the dynamics are shifting and watch how it unfolds. Sometimes changes begin quietly and are only visible through patient observations. The chart has approached an area where reversals happened before. I make note of this and watch to see if the situation repeats. Recurring scenarios help recognize familiar patterns in new circumstances. This approach became the foundation of my community. Link in the description and pinned comment. It brings together people with different backgrounds and interests, all united by one goal: seeing clear structure in what initially appears chaotic. Many call it engaged observation, watching the decision-making process unfold and gradually understanding what lies beneath. One member recently said, "I didn't expect to figure it out, but when you take it step by step, so much becomes clearer." If you have a smartphone and a little attention to spare, perfect. My community has no complex software, confusing terms, or technical setups. Together we break down what's happening, why, and possible options. If you're curious, take a look inside. This is not a course or rigged system. It's an open format where I share my approach, how I think, what I focus on, how I analyze. Everything happens in a supportive, relaxed atmosphere. Link in the description or first pinned comment. Now, let's begin. The upward movement has gradually slowed. I record this and continue watching for what comes next. A slowdown is a signal to pay closer attention to details and adjust your perception. The price has paused at key level and slightly pulled back. I note this moment and observe how the data behaves next. Small retracement allows you to see the process from a different angle. The dynamics has calmed and are shifting downward. I mark it in my notes and keep tracking. Changes in direction only becomes noticeable with a careful and unhurried approach. After the rise, the price stopped making new heights and started moving the opposite way. I record the observation. When movement stalls, it's a good moment to reassess the picture. I see a steady downward move without spikes. I note it and follow the development. Sometimes it's enough just to be present with the process and observe how it unfolds. This is how my work goes, calmly, without rush or guesswork. just observation, analysis, and gradual conclusions. If you want to see this process live and learn how we do it in the community, check the link in the pinned comment.